They may come from different galaxies, different games, and even different centuries. But some ships share more in common than you think. Let's connect the dots.
This is Built from Legends.
In science fiction, starships aren't just machines. They're works of art, forged from a fusion of engineering, imagination, and cultural influence. Some draw inspiration from real-world history, borrowing the curves of World War II warbirds. Others channel the elegance of regal starfighters, or the menacing presence of heavy gunships. Across games, films, and classic sci-fi, certain designs share striking similarities, whether in their sleek silhouettes, the way their weapons deploy, or the roles they play in battle. In this video, we'll explore those connections specifically to the ships of Star Citizen, tracing the design DNA that links ships from entirely different universes in ways you might have never noticed.
General Grievous's ship, the Soulless one, is a heavily customized Belbulov 22 heavy starfighter. Originally a Separatist-designed heavy attack fighter, it's heavier than the standard Vulture or Hyena droid ships. This rare organic piloted craft features a central fuselage with Class 6 hyperdrive, defensive shields, and retractable triple light laser cannon pods mounted on dual booms, making it both heavily armored and fast. General Grievous favored this ship for its speed and agility, flying it during the evacuation from Utapau in Revenge of the Sith before being pursued and eventually intercepted by Obi-Wan Kenobi. The soon-to-be-released Kruger L-21 Wolf is a small single-seat light fighter crafted entirely in-house by Kruger Intergalactic, marking the first ship they developed and manufactured independently. Built upon an original concept that emerged during Kruger's early work on the Merlin, the Wolf embodies a retro-futuristic aesthetic rooted in 1950s sci-fi design that ultimately became feasible thanks to newly refined production techniques and Kruger's accumulated know-how. Equipped with two bespoke gimbal-mounted size 4 ballistic Gatling guns that retract when not in use, and up to 8 size 1 missiles across 2 racks, the Wolf combines elegance, precision, and punch in a compact form. Community reactions have been enthusiastic. Players praise its sleek form and the striking weapon deployment animations. The Naboo N-1 starfighter, first introduced in Star Wars Episode I, The Phantom Menace, is widely recognized as an elegant, high-performance, single-pilot craft used by the Royal Naboo Security Forces. In the Behind the Ships episode for the L-21, CIG appears to reference the Naboo starfighter from a scene in the Book of Boba Fett, where Din Djarin escapes from 2 X-Wings by using the tremendous speed of the starfighter. But, in that same episode, the devs at CIG revealed that the ship was largely inspired, once again, by a real-world World War II fighter plane.
The exterior of the ship has the silhouette of a Spitfire, but it looks a lot more resto modern and futuristic.
We definitely looked at a lot of World War II aircraft, and that's kind of where the influence came from. The tail is shorter, so it has this very aggressive, nose pointing upward stance when it's landed.
The Spitfire is a legendary British fighter celebrated for its aerodynamic curves, agility, and graceful cockpit silhouette. Its retro taildragger design language has become a visual touchstone in sci-fi craft design. The Soulless one, Naboo Starfighter, and Spitfire all embody the intersection of high-speed performance, compact form, and aesthetic distinctiveness. The Wolf shares this retro-inspired elegance, emphasizing smooth lines, refined proportions, and visual flair. We've seen a Star Citizen fighter that channels the spirit of both classic warbirds and cinematic starfighters. But our next ship trades speed for stealth, and it might remind you of something from a groundbreaking CGI film.
They're right on us, sir. Closing in fast.
Jane, take the lead.
The Copperhead is a small, all-weather VTOL assault transport that appears in the movie Final Fantasy: The Spirits Within. It seats up to 10 occupants, 8 passengers, 1 pilot, and 1 standing, and includes a tactical holographic display inside the hold for planning during transport. Its design evokes the shape of an eagle in flight, reinforcing a blend of aesthetic purpose with military function. The Esperia Prowler and Prowler Utility are modernized reconstructions of the Taveran armored dropship, meticulously recreated by Esperia after original specimens were discovered in the Cabal system. It blends the elegance and effective design of the Taveran war machine with modern human engineering and reliability. Designed for stealthy troop deployment and emergency extraction, or stealth cargo transport in the case of the utility variant, the Prowler features grav-lev plates for maneuvering along large surfaces, configurable weapon hardpoints, and remarkable stealth characteristics for a ship of its size. Now this one's not as much of an inspiration, but more like CIG just straight copied Final Fantasy's homework. The shape of the Prowler is almost exactly that of the Copperhead. The only major difference is the style of the Prowler is more alien, while the Copperhead looks more human-designed. Both the Prowler and the Copperhead serve as specialized troop transport vehicles with a focus on deployment under challenging conditions. Stylistically, each reflects cultural design, Taveran elegance in the Prowler, and avian-inspired engineering in the Copperhead. From silent troop insertions, we shift gears to pure, unrestrained speed.
Sir, we've lost our bridge deflector shield. Intensify the forward batteries. I don't want anything to get through. Intensify forward firepower! Ah! Too late!
The RZ-1 A-Wing Interceptor is a sleek, high-speed starfighter developed by Kuat Systems Engineering for the Rebel Alliance. It first appeared in Return of the Jedi in 1983. Designed for rapid strike missions and deep reconnaissance, it represents the fastest hyperspace-capable craft in the Star Wars universe, trading durability for incredible acceleration and nimbleness. Its design was inspired by the earlier Republic starfighters and refined into a compact yet demanding craft to pilot. The Origin M50 is a compact, single-seat racing ship produced by Origin Jumpworks. Built for superior speed and agility, it's a style-forward craft with supercharged engines yet minimal armament, earning a reputation as a ship for going fast. Introduced in lore around 2920, the M50 and the A-Wing both feature a similar design, featuring powerful dual rear thrusters, a bubble canopy with good visibility, dual weapons, and a wedge-shaped hull. Both the Origin M50 and the A-Wing are pinnacle expressions of speed over firepower. Sleek and iconic, they epitomize the fast interceptor archetype, built to outrun threats rather than outgun them. Their small, agile frames underscore a shared aesthetic of elegance and performance. Fast and nimble is one thing. Massive and unstoppable is another. Our next Star Citizen ship mirrors the presence of a legendary capital ship from a real-time strategy classic.
Spin-up drives 2 and 6. All hands brace for warp jump on my mark. Mark.
The Terran Battlecruiser from the StarCraft universe is one of the most powerful air units in the Terran arsenal, a slow but massively armored capital ship bristling with heavy weaponry. It boasts high health, laser batteries, and abilities such as the devastating Yamato cannon. Later designs added missile barrages and energy shields. Though expensive and slow to produce, its presence can shift the tide of battle and dominate the skies when used strategically.
There is the air support!
The Aegis Hammerhead is a heavily armed, multi-crew gunship designed for patrol and fleet support. It features 6 manned quad-link turrets optimized for anti-fighter defense, a generous ordnance bay packed with missiles, a forward docking port, and crew quarters, effectively functioning as both a gunboat and a command vessel in escort roles. I can't help but always see the similarity of the Hammerhead shape in both ships, even if the rest of their hulls are quite different. Now, I'm aware the Battlecruiser would be considered a capital-class ship in Star Citizen given its size and lore, whereas the Hammerhead is only classified as sub-capital. However, the Battlecruiser in-game is not near the actual lore size of the ship. These are both, however, large, battle-ready powerhouses, massive, imposing, and designed to dominate through raw firepower. Each serves as a backbone unit in their respective universes, providing heavy support, escort capabilities, and battlefield control.
Their sheer scale and armament underscore dominance rather than finesse, contrasting sharply with nimble interceptors but uniting in commanding presence. Finally, we land on a craft that blurs the line between fighter and bomber. Its Star Citizen counterpart shares more than just a similar silhouette. It carries the same battlefield role as one of Star Wars' most versatile starfighters.
Oddball, do you copy?
Copy, Red Leader.
Mark my position. Form your squad up behind me.
We're on your tail, General Kenobi. Set his foils in attack position.
This is where the fun begins.
First appearing in Revenge of the Sith in 2005, the Aggressive Reconnaissance 170, or more widely known as the ARC 170, is a well-armed, multi-crew starfighter featuring a pilot, forward gunner, tail gunner, and astromech droid. It's designed for long-range missions, capable of deep space operations, and armed with heavy laser cannons, the ability to carry proton torpedoes, and concussion missiles. Its size and firepower make it more akin to a light bomber than a pure fighter. The Anvil Gladiator, particularly its civilian variant T-8C, is a compact bomber and torpedo plane with a modular design that accommodates both independent operations and coordinated strikes with fighter escorts. It features a bomb bay and wing hardpoints for missiles, as well as a manned turret, bridging the gap between fighter and bomber roles. Despite the ARC 170 having S-foils, it still shares a familiar shape to that of the Gladiator. They both feature strikingly similar gunner turrets, which is not likely because the Gladiator was inspired by the ARC 170, but rather because they both took inspiration from similar World War II-era bombers. Both vessels occupy a hybrid role between fighter and bomber, combining offensive payloads with reasonable agility. They're built to engage and disrupt, supporting teams or operations with modular capabilities. While the Gladiator emphasizes modularity and pilot-forward flexibility, the ARC 170 emphasizes multi-crew functionality and extended mission endurance. But both serve as heavy-hitting support craft in their narrative. From sleek interceptors to hulking capital ships, Star Citizen's designs feel right at home alongside some of sci-fi's greatest icons. Whether intentional homage or happy coincidence, these visual parallels remind us that every ship has a lineage, and that great design transcends universes. If you enjoyed connecting the dots between these worlds, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share which comparisons surprised you most.
Now this is pod racing!
Until next time, keep your shields up and your imagination flying.